So welcome to my class. Clap for yourself one more time. So I'm taking you today on the psychology of selling. I was a little bit confused in the beginning as to what should I present. Please, how many of us own our own businesses here? We own our own businesses. I'll be proud about it. Okay, how many of us are working in other organizations? Okay, awesome. You can still work in other organizations and own your own business, right? And sometimes when we talk about sales, some people think about product. But the first thing you sell is yourself before you sell anything. That means selling is a part of life. Please, I will appreciate if the phones are on silent so that you get the full details of what we have to do. All right. This is one of my favorite quotes. And I say, he that knows how to sell has bid eternal farewell to poverty. The software engineer doesn't know that no matter how skillful he is, he also needs to market himself to the board. And maybe the software engineer has gotten to a level where he's being paid, maybe say 5 million per month. He has saved enough money and wants to start a business. Now he understands the concept of selling. How important it is that selling is the bedrock of any business. That means sales is for everybody. Right? And without it, there is no business. And I don't know what our annual turnovers are. For those doing 100 million, 50 million, 1 million, even 300,000 annually. I'll try as much as I can to balance it. This class is for you. And it's called the one-day MBA. So I want you to have the mindset of a big business owner. Friday and Saturday, I spent time training some company staff, and we're trying to look at the vision of this company. And I told them something. You are not a leading business when your account is 100 million or 200 million. You are a leading business the day you discover why you are in business. Remember, we do not walk towards the vision. We walk from the vision. Every young baby girl is a mother in waiting. Is that correct? And every young boy is a father in waiting. That's why the day that boy is born, his parents spend all the time and activity resources growing him, modeling him in the way of a man. Because from the point of birth, he has a seed of a man inside him. So never ever think that your business is too small. I'm trying to lay this foundation so that we can understand what we are doing. I met a mentor of mine one day and he told me something. He said, Udo, let me tell you this, and it's very profound. Every business that made 20 naira has the capacity of making 200 naira, has the capacity of making 2,000, has also the capacity of making 2 million and 20 million and 200 million. If you continue to work on the line of that business and innovate it, and you know that most great businesses we see today did not start at great businesses. Am I right? So, every business owner here should not have a money limitation mindset. You may be small, but you have the potential to be great. I was also asking him, one of the questions I was asking, how are you able to gather people in this city? Because we have had that mindset, which is even wrong, that if it's not all those shop business, give and take, those people don't come for this type of trainings, right? I was now asking, how were you able to do that? And the problem is that some of them, when you come to them to meet them, they ask you, why will I come to your class, for God's sake? Am I going up to 1 billion on my account? But I'm telling you, I was discussing with him last night. This guy has spent up to 25 to 30 years building that business. What if he innovated? That business would have been more than what it currently earns now. The problem is the person earning 1 billion doesn't know that by this time, if he could have a little knowledge to tap into the spiritual realm, to know where he ought to be at that time. Maybe at the time he's very satisfied and proud that he's earning 1 billion. He was supposed to be earning 5 billion. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So he hasn't achieved his benchmark, but he's celebrating. So I celebrate you again for coming here today. So no matter what you do in business, learn the art of selling. You have no business being in business if you don't know how to sell. That's the number one skill of every business owner. I tell them that there are many things that can be outsourced. Sales is not one of them. Because the CEO is mandated to bring the biggest deals to the company, irrespective of your level. So you may have a sales manager, but the greatest number should come from you. Are we making sense? All right. But why sales? Don't worry, you may gain more from my talking than copying. So I want to pay attention. I can send, I think the register, there's an email. I always make my slide available. If you want to present it somewhere else, no problem. But you can't talk like me because it's my content, right? Okay, so I'm going to share this. Write the one you can write, but don't pay the most attention to the writing. So why sales? Sales and marketing is the bloodline of every business. There's no two ways about it. I categorically and boldly say that sales is the only job that technology cannot take from humans. Because no matter the innovation, tech cannot close deals. Right? Tech cannot sign the checks. You still need humans. I met a friend of mine yesterday who came from Lagos, 2 days ago, and wanted to see me. So while I went to see him, he was telling me how he got his first job at Philips Consulting in Abuja. So one day, after he has done all his research, he wanted to work there. He dressed so well, put on his suit, and went with a little, this Apple laptop bag. Very nice, looking so sharp. And hired a very clean car. So he drove into Philips Consulting. And they asked him and said, who are you looking for? So I said, I want to see the partner. That's the owner of the company, Mr. Philip himself. They said, the way he was looking, there's no way you would think he came to look for a job. They said, please, sir. They had to call the partner on phone. They felt maybe somebody from NMPC or some of these big organizations. And this is just a guy who just finished his youth service. They called him and said, somebody is here to meet you. He said he couldn't come that day. It was on a Monday. That before he could be in the office is on Wednesday. So they told him that, please, sir, you can go and come back on Wednesday by 10 a.m. 10 a.m. he changed suit and looked dapper than he was the previous day. And they say, oh, the partner is in the office. They led him and he went to the office. The man said, the young man, sit down. And he said, who are you? He started telling him who he was. Okay, he even told him that his CV, he laminated it and handed it over to the man and said, sir, I'm not a client. I'm actually here to look for a job. He said the man laughed the biggest laugh that a CEO has never laughed in his life. But the man gave him the job, and not even the job he's looking for, gave him the job of a senior business strategy. Because the man told him that he has passed the first test of a consultant. That is perception. Because, for God's sake, I'm 3 years in business, and I'm going to meet the CEO of Shell and say, sir, I have an idea of how you can make business work better. What am I going to tell him that he has not known in the last 30 years? But if I can be able to give him a perception that will force him to give me attention. Do you understand what I'm saying? And guess what? Why that guy got that job? A lot of people in Nigeria were still saying this country is terrible. Find your strategy and make your biggest sales. So best products do not win the market. We know that. Someone will say it's a lie. Like if you build a very fantastic product, it means you have won the market. I like my class to be, it's just that this is an MBA. I want to scatter it a bit. Best products, do they win the market? No or yes? No. Ma, please tell me why. Why no? No, sit down. Please feel free. There's nothing you said that is wrong.
All right. You can have a product might have the best quality and everything. But if you don't have a good marketers or good salespeople that will market it to other people to know that actually there's a product like this, it's not going anywhere.
Fantastic. Please give her a round of applause. That's what I'm looking at. What's the best phone we have in the world today? For instance, to you, maybe iPhone, right? Samsung. Those in favor of Samsung, say aye. Oh my God. Okay. But I was reading a particular report, and the last time Apple launched their iPhone 14 series, they spent billions of dollars in marketing. In fact, they started the pre-launch campaign about 2 months before the launch date. And they made it in a way that people across the globe can stream it live. But they know they have a big market share. Why are they marketing? Because marketing, you must continue to make the impression. Right? Even if you have met your target, do you know anytime you meet your target, what does that mean? It means that target to you now is obsolete. It means that you're overqualified to be meeting that target. That a new target is needed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So best services also do not win the market. Best structures and systems do not win the market. My brother is a fantastic person. When he came to my program, he said something that I will never forget. He said, as a small business owner, you will give your business all the time before the business will give you all its time. Right? Okay, so let's continue. Only big, look at the word I'm using, big, loud, good, and marketing wins the market. Because you've created this product, you must at all time market it. I told my people that anytime you are sure value has been created, maybe you are selling drinks, for instance. You know, some people, you wake up every time, you go to your shop, and you sit down because you are selling drinks. And the only people you can sell to every day are those who pass by your shop and sees that there's something here. And sometimes you go home and you are angry. Market no day. No. Market day. Now you day where the market no day. So write this down. Anytime you are sure that value has been created, you must spend every day The word every day, if possible, in capital letters. Anytime you are sure that value has been created, you must spend every day performing a marketing activity that can lead to sale. This is your task. Anytime, let me repeat that again. Anytime you are sure that value has been created, you must spend every day performing a marketing activity that has the capacity of leading to sales. How often should you market? How often? How often? Answer me. I told somebody that the reason why we are always on social media, for instance, is not to prove anything, is to keep our share. Because the place is big enough. But you must keep your share. No matter the funding you receive, only marketing and sales will sustain it. I'll give you an example of this way. More money, listen to me, business owners. I want you to take this serious. More money does not guarantee growth. More marketing does. The most important thing is that when you have that money, my brother, you disagree with me, tell me.
I said marketing and sales.
Marketing and sales. Okay. Don't worry. What am I teaching? The psychology of sales. We'll get to a time when I'll give you the difference between marketing and sales, right? Because not all marketing actually leads to sales. All right. Please pay attention to this. A lot of people, when you ask them, what do you need in your business now? They will say what? Money. Carry 10 million, 20 million, hit them. He wants to go to Dubai. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lady came from Lagos, that was on Friday, and she's a real estate consultant. She called me and wanted to have a meeting with me. So as we were meeting, she told me how the first business she was working, the CEO, they were making a lot of money. So the CEO decided to increase the salaries of all the workers there. And then I think the parcel of land they were selling, they broke it down. Instead of selling 500, they were selling, I think, 375 or something. So the guy will now go, he was traveling, you know, when you tell a lady, trip to Dubai, bills on me. They will follow you, right? Not all of them anyways. The people in this class, I don't think they will follow you for that type of rob because they are serious. In fact, all the ladies here, please put hands together for yourselves. You are amazing. You are amazing. Hold on. I was asking him. I said, are you sure there is any particular lady here that paid for herself? Hold on. And he said, yes. So I said, these people are wonderful. Even the men, they deserve to be appreciated. Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we're in this world together. I just deviated. Let's continue. So I was giving you a story of the lady who came, right? And this guy was just traveling, buying expensive wares and shoes and all the rest. It was less than 6 months from when that lady resigned. The business folded. Let me be truthful to you. There are many people who are poor today who have accessed money in their lives.
Yes.
But they lost it because they did not know what to do with the money. Anytime let me also repeat it in this way. I told you something before that anytime you meet your target, what it means that target is obsolete. It means that a new target should be met, right? Anytime your business yields you a particular amount of money, it means that business is qualified for the next big amount of money. Don't say the business makes me 1 million every month and you chill. If the business has made 1 million, that business has shown the potential that it can make 2 million. So instead of you thinking of where you are running to go and spend the money or chill, I was driving with him last night and I was seeing beer parlor every day. See, I can't hear now at this city, for God's sake. I know I'm sharing these life stories with you so that this thing will enter. I have a brother who was once rich. If he's coming to the village, then there's no time he doesn't come for Christmas. You can't tell Choppinson not to come for Christmas. You see his name? And when he comes, almost all the traditional wedding ceremony that will happen in the village that year, he will be the chairman. He got to a point. He's looking for food to eat. Every time a business makes more money, put more money back in the business. There's this company called WeFarm. In 2011, they raised $11 million in their first seed funding. What they did, the strategy, they felt that now that they have money, so they wanted to bring in more people. They reduced the price of their product. They slashed it by almost 50%. Does it make sense? Because there is, you see many startups folding. They get a lot of money. And when they get a lot of money, the first thing they want to go and build an office space. There's some people that are running business that don't have office space. Right? Just need to know what is working. And it was just 3 years that same company folded. From $11 million. It may be sounding magical to us, but it's true. If you have not developed the capacity to manage 2 million, when 2 million hits you unprepared, it will go somewhere else. So I'm saying this to fine-tune our mindset. There is no limit to the extent to which our businesses will grow. No limit, absolute no limit. Yes.
Why would they slash prices?
Okay, they wanted to get onboard more customers. So as they slash their prices, in order to, so that people can patronize them. At a point, what happened is that because they were selling below what? Cost of production. So they just wanted customers. There are people that do this, like when Apple launched their, what is it? Yes, when Apple launched their first desktop, the Macintosh series, they brought up a marketing campaign and they said, test drive a Macintosh. So you come to the store, you take one home, free. You use it for 24 hours. If it works for you, you pay. If it doesn't work, you return it. As a small business owner, you cannot do that. Because you don't even have strength for Lego fight. Somebody takes it and does not return and does not pay. You start fighting. Although you can't do that here. There they have system here. I will carry my own and go to our mama. Not even where there's no network. When we are known government. So when you are coming there, I say I'm at home and follow me and call. I remember when we were doing a government project and the guy that came was a consultant to the Imo State government there. And he was telling us, we said, no, sir, we have to follow the protocol. This is a World Bank project. We know that the people they call independent verifiers were coming. The guy said, forget this thing, that where we can falsify, see all those local governments where you have unknown governments, falsify it. When they come, we tell them, sir, you cannot go that place. You see what I'm telling you? Why a system like that may not work. Right? So they wanted more customers and they thought, we will go to price, and I'm going to tell you why some of us, we do too much talking based on price, and we end up reducing even very minimal. See, the point, the reason why you are a business owner, the only thing that keeps you in business is profit, not revenue. Right? So your profit margin must be good enough to keep you in business. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yes. So when you reduce your price because you want to sell, you may end up selling big and your profit margin is still small. All right. So I recommend, this is not found in any book, not in any MBA book or anywhere. I recommend that at least 30% of your profit should be plugged back into what? Marketing. Yes. Into marketing. It may be less. It can be 10%. You can decide 20. You can decide 15. You can decide 5. You can decide 1. But never decide 0. You must market. Right? All right. So, why sales? Whoever makes the loudest noise sells the most market. I think we have established this enough. There are some of us, we are selling something. Our social media handles has never for once indicated that we are selling something like that. You are just good enough with the what will I call it? The standardized sales. At least in shop ta. Mary go the 10 persons. Jehovah Narekele. What I go? So if you are in the shop, why not do small posting that you can now partner with maybe these delivery guys and deliver to people that are outside your. That's even when you now create the market that will force you to employ somebody who will probably be running the whole thing, going to the well-built people to dispatch it. Open your market for God. Don't be so satisfied with what is happening where you are. You've been making the same profit margin for over 2 years and you are still okay doing the same thing. Invest in marketing. Tell somebody that. Now, great product. GP stands for great product. Great product plus great service minus great marketing is equals to what? Poor sales. You have a great product. You have excellent service delivery, but you don't market. You will still make poor sales, right? Great product plus great marketing minus great service. What will you get? Let me explain this for you. If you have a great product and you marketed it so well, let me use a restaurant for example. You have put up an ad or your marketing campaign, however it is, and you know you cook well. Your food is nice. That's a great product, right? And then somebody sees that your campaign and comes to your restaurant. And then something, your servers now say, Dogabe, get out from here. That person is likely to finish what he was eating, at least also get as with his money. But the tendency that he will not come back again is very high. Right? So great marketing plus great service minus great product sales breakages. That is, you marketed so well, great service, but your product is not good. You told me buy this fan. I bought it. You said this fan, if you charge them full, it will last you for 15 hours. And I bought it, went to my house, plugged it, 30 minutes. I will come back to your shop to fight you. All right. But then this is the great formula that keeps you in business. Great product, great service, great marketing. And your sales will continue to skyrocket. These three things, no one should be compromised. No one. My friend was saying in the beginning that marketing can also be a cost to you. You know why? If you are not sure of what you are selling and you went to market, that's why if you read the lean, what is that, the name of this book? The Lean Startup, I've forgotten the name of that book by Eric Ries. Right? He talked about the minimum value proposition. Use something that, if you are starting off in business, use something that is small to test the market. If it's bad, you may have only like 4 or 5 persons. You can even use your family members. Use this thing for free. Well, give me your feedback. They will tell you how it is. If you do marketing when you are not sure of what you are selling, be ready that your business is going to close down. Are we making sense? Yes. So this is the difference between marketing and sales. Okay? Marketing, not all marketing must not lead to what? Sales. But sales is sales now. So remember, no sale has taken place until money has exchanged hands. I will buy on Monday is not sales. It be like I need this thing, no, it's not sales. Bring and come my house is not sales. And they come your office is not sales. I will get back to you is not sales. Send me your account number is not sales. Credit alert is sales. Cash is also sales. How many of you have seen people that say, send me your account number? And after 2 months, you are still pursuing that person. And maybe when they say, tell me, I say, oh, well, today is good though. But in the end, nothing happened. Okay, so marketing, most time marketing stops at awareness. It makes people aware that you are existing, that something like this is here. Remember, it's not all marketing campaigns that contains a CTA. You know what CTA is, right? Call to action. It's not all marketing. Many companies put in millions, if not billions, doing marketing that does not require you to buy. Have you seen any place where, have you seen Coca-Cola ads before? Either on TV, anywhere. You've seen it, right? Do they always write phone number you can call? Or website? Do you understand what I'm saying? But they have spent money in distributing that product. They are making you aware because they know you can find their product everywhere. But that's a market, and that Coca-Cola ad, you should know how much that they're spending doing those stuff. But you cannot see to buy, call. So most marketing campaigns stops at the point of awareness, making people aware that something like this exists, right? There are some ads you will see maybe on Facebook, on Google. They just want you to fill a form. So it's lead generation. There are different reasons why marketing is done. And then another purpose of marketing is to do what? Educate the public. Okay, I didn't talk about the sales on that. Definitely, everything on sales today is talking about collecting the what? Money. That's what sales is. There's nothing, there's no other definition of sales. So marketing educates the public. Personally, this is my best strategy for marketing. My training I had in February, I sold it out implementing this simple strategy. When you give people something, an information that is useful to them, free of charge, they will come back looking for you. They will trust you. If you can give them that free of charge, they know that if they pay you their money, you are likely to give them more. Right? So there are even some techno product or mobile phones product. You see them when they're advertising, they are giving you the features of the phone and how it works, whether in the night, which one should you use, which camera setting is best in the night or the day and all the rest, right? That's a form of marketing that educates the public. So you can implement it. When I'm talking of this market, I know I'm mentioning these big brands. It doesn't mean that, see, everything that's done at a big stage can be implemented at a small stage. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, sir. It can. So put up your own. If you are selling a Coke, say the sugar content of Coke and why the carbohydrate is needed. Do you need to have 10 million to write this post? You may be surprised that the reason why people have not been commenting on your own post because in a neighborhood, continuous and sustained impression that leads to what? Conversion. So sometimes, my friend, I helped him to set up a fashion business recently. So I told him something. I said, this business you are starting, don't ever think of anything called money in the next 3 months. You are setting a fashion clothing, and what you are selling is senator wears. For God's sake, every single person that will patronize you now is already wearing a senator. So they already have tailors. Am I making sense? So I cannot see your status for the first time that you are now making senators. I say, oh yeah, bro, I want to make senators. I leave my tailor that have been making my clothes. The suit I'm wearing now, I got to see the guy's status. I've seen this boy posting very fine jackets every day. He got to a particular one he posted. I said, bro, please, who is making these clothes? He sent me the number. But it took time. From when I started seeing that status till the time I finally get convinced. That's why you must always show up. You don't show up because you are looking at who will recognize you. No. You are showing up to keep your space. Sometimes you may make a post on social media and nobody will like it. But check the impression. It may be 200. It may be 300. It may be 400. That means 400 persons have seen it. Do you know what it means to wake up every day and 400 persons get to see what you are doing? Right? In sales, we even say that is 1 out of 1,000. But if you consistently stay on that journey, you can increase your own. It could be 30, it could be 50, it could be 100, it could even be 500. It can never be 1,000 over 1,000. Nobody will ever see all of you say you like Samsung when iPhone is busy doing everything they are doing. But the process is important, right? So marketing stops at awareness. Sales starts from prospecting to closure. Let's assume you did an ad. What business do you do, sir? Let me use clothing line. Clothing line. So you did an ad, nice suit or senator you posted, and people got to maybe refer you or fill a form to say, oh, we want this, right? You have done to the point of awareness. They are aware that a brand like this stays. So when you collect all those leads, maybe you have a sales rep who you now have to say, put call across all these people to be telling them what we offer. For instance, that's the point where sales start, prospecting. Do you understand? Yeah. So, and the last one, sales involves PR, promotions, and everything. Influencer marketing, that's marketing. Like I said in the beginning, the only thing that confirms sales is what? Is what? Money. It's not money. It's that money has changed hands. I hope you're understanding this. Very important. All right, so yes, this is one of my quotes. I said, it is continuous impression that leads to what? Conversion. Pay more attention to the impressions you are making. If they are good enough, conversion is about to take place. My first business, I started it for 6 months, no sales, no clients. In the 6th month, by the end of that 6 months, I got 3 clients at a time. Do you understand? That's why some of you that will just run, go and resign your job because you want to be entrepreneur, you are losing. Stay in your job and test this leg. Collect your salary, use it and fund this business. When the business is now growing to the extent that it needs your time, and that place is taking more of your time, you can resign. Knowing that you have tested the waters. You will not come here and hear all the motivation that I will say today. You go back on Monday and say, dear sir, I hereby resign my appointment. And then you come, the bully of entrepreneurship will wipe you. You will no longer have to go back again. Are you getting what I'm saying? So the entrepreneurship journey is not easy, but it's very fulfilling and rewarding. Because you are building, and we'll talk a whole lot about this whole psychology of selling. Anyways, I don't know how much time I have. In Jesus' name. Amen. All right, so for those of you that are starting in business, start business on what I call what? Wants, not need. I will explain. I'm going to do a very small, let me define it before I go to the next thing. Wants are commodities we buy without necessarily being in need of them as at the time we bought them. I'm going to give us an example why you see that in the last 10 days or even 1 month or this in the beginning of this year, you've been buying what you did not need, including me. Psychologists say that during sales, human beings make use of their left brain. And it's that left brain that is appealed by emotions. And it's also said that women have left brain, while men have what? Right brain. Men are more logical. Eh? Honey, let us rent this house now. To the woman, what she's seeing is that kitchen aburebu. Is this kitchen I want? They go to the paint now. And when do be ever? To the man, what he's looking at is what? A G mega. And I school fees so much in the next 3 months. So. No, I will be on time. No, it's also a discipline in business and leadership to work according to your what? Time. That's under. So let me come to you. It was a gift. No, you didn't buy it. I want somebody that. Who else is wearing an? Let me see your hand. Is this your watch?
Because of the
It's a gift too.
No, it's together.
Is it a gift or you bought it?
Together, it's a gift.
It's a gift. Woman gave you.
My sister. That's the woman.
Okay, that's the. Let me see your watch, sir. Let me see. Okay, let me see your own watch. Don't put. When did you buy this watch?
It's been a long time.
Why did you buy it?
Because of fashion and as well.
No, why are you laughing? All of us are in the same category. It's not a bad thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? What's the purpose of clothes? To cover what?
Nakedness.
This one I'm wearing, is it to cover nakedness?
Fashion.
It's fashion.
No. You say you shoe my shoe.
Yeah.
Why? What's the purpose of shoes? To prevent your what? So you think this one I bought is to prevent my foot? Do you understand what I'm saying? So we buy things. There's a suit I made with my tailor in Lagos. For the past 2 months, he has not rebuilt it. And I'm telling myself, for what purpose did I even tell him to make that suit? Is somebody understanding what I'm saying? We buy things not because we need them, but because we want them. Some ladies have different kinds of hairstyles. Wig. It's fashion. Fashion is a want, it's not a need. Somebody that is selling, for instance, how to impregnate your wife. Hold on, don't laugh. And another person selling how to strike a woman and spin her head in one day. Which one do you think is Jackpa? Which one will sell more? Everybody that graduates from secondary school, the next thing is for you to do what? No, what's the next need for you to do? To write jam. But what do they want? So if you are starting new in business, think of things that people always want. Right? My time is kicking. All right, so this is your customer segmentation. For some of us that are okay with where we are, I want to show you now why you should not be okay. Of all the total market you are supposed to serve, 60% of them are not aware of the solution, the product you are selling. They've never heard of you. To some, it could be 98% of people that were supposed to buy from you. They've never heard of you. They don't know that you exist. You see that you are leaving money on tables. Yes, sir.
What about in a situation whereby another company is occupying, like they know they are aware of another company and not your own product?
Okay. Gabriel Ogbeche, do you know him? The owner of Rain Oil. At the platform on May 1st, he made a very categorical statement. He said, all markets are infinite. It is in the said that there is no saturated market. Am I answering your question? It's because what we are creating sometimes is not the product. We want to create how people perceive that product. That's what is always infinite. So we are introducing something, the petrol station guy I was consulting, that every commercial driver that steps in there should go with a gift. It could be just a bottle of water. Do you understand? We wanted to use Hero, but we didn't want to offend the FRSC that said don't drink while driving. Because if we use Hero, that is going to be a massive sale. It will be so good. Because we already have a sentiment attached to Hero. So when I say come into my station, I give one can of chilled Hero. That station will always be selling. Does it mean that along that line there is no other petrol station? No, but I've attached a little bit of sentiment on my service. So hotels are everywhere. But there's one reason why some people keep going to a particular hotel. Maybe it's the way the reception is said, welcome sir. Maybe it's the way they make the bed. Maybe it's the way the food is served. Are you getting what I'm saying? All of us now want to wear Apple Watch. Before Apple Watch came, we don't know watches. Hello? They decided to redesign their own. Nobody knew that even rubber, this thing will be well appreciated in this life. No market is fully saturated. It's just because you want to sell the same thing somebody is selling in the same way and expecting different results. That's why frustration comes. Go ahead, sir.
It's not bad to not bad to put it like this. Perspectives are never separated.
Thank you. My happiness now is that you understand it. And understanding when somebody you are teaching can put it in his own words. Thank you. Perfect. You get? Because remember, let me assume that during lunch now, when we are going for lunch, they serve us gizzard, chicken wing, and that buns. How many of you will complain? Why are you pretending? I will complain. Why are you feeding my taste bud with the same thing? Human beings are insatiable. I want this today, tomorrow I want another thing. So if you want to retain me to want that particular thing, you must go the extra mile to add one thing. Am I making sense? Yes. All right. So 60% are not aware that what you are offering is existing. This is on a standard note. To some people, this 60% could be 99.9. About 20% of them are aware of the problem and solution. 17% are still gathering information. They've heard about you. They know that my brother is also in fashion. They also know that this person is. So they are taking 2 months to evaluate this guy, who is more consistent, who is making better clothes. At that time, you may be thinking you've lost them. You see why you need to keep showing up. Because if they have been seeing the 3 of you, at a point they stop seeing you. They start seeing these 2 people. You've already eliminated yourself. Right? Yeah. So you've given them a chance to pick from these 2. But if you consistently show up, they will finally pick who they think is the best. So don't use your hand to eliminate yourself from the market. And then, the only people that are ready to buy are just 3%. That they will see your product, now they will buy 3%. Unfortunately, that's what most businesses are chasing, this 3%. And it's a scarce commodity. Apple laptop came up and they were pressing. Somebody saw that, okay, we can put wire. Another person started external mouse. As the wire was going on, they said, no, I want to stay here and be pressing my laptop there. They made the external mouse wireless. Huh? You see the first Macintosh that came out, very big. Oh. Thank you. All right. Who is the right customer? The right customer for your business is one who has the money to do what? Purchase your product. I'll tell you how to know whether a person has the money to purchase your product or service. Because some of us say somebody comes to your shop or somebody is chatting you on WhatsApp. How do you know how to if you are in clothing, for instance, you say, okay, if you want to know whether the person actually has money or is window shopping. Because sometimes when somebody comes to you and the first thing he asks is how much, the tendency is high that the person is doing what? Window shopping. Right? Yeah. So, but the person comes to you and he says, have you made a senator like this before? Where did you make it? And in fact, just saying yes shows you that, okay, maybe this person is not just coming here to play. Right? Mm-hmm. All right. The second attribute of a customer is that the person is within your reach. If you are selling shawarma in Onitsha, the person in Kano is not your customer. Right? All right. Let me be fast. Who is the right customer? The last one is that the person is in need of what you are selling. But when you say the person is in need, it is business owners that create needs in the minds of customers. Have you gone to the mall before to buy something and you end up buying what you didn't plan to buy? What happened? You went there, you saw them, they appealed to your eye. Right? That means the best way to create needs in the minds of the customer is to keep showing them. The person driving the latest Range Rover today may think he has the best car in the world. The manufacturer of Lexus is planning how he's going to abandon that one to buy 2025 model. Do you understand? So he may be in his 2023 model and tomorrow sees a video describing the futures of 2025. That 2023 becomes obsolete to him. Look at that thing. You know, before a man will kneel down like that to beg his wife. Something has happened, right? Maybe they had quarrel and the woman went inside and changed. You know, wear something skimpy. And as he's passing, he sharp all the man. That's one of the things that can make men beg like that. What did that woman do in marketing sense? She simply displayed her product in a majestic way that the need now is created in the heart of the man. That the man had no choice than to do what? Buy it. And here, the currency for buying it is what? Begging. All right, why people buy? There are three reasons why people buy. Price, utility, and what? Brand. Unfortunately, we dwell more on this price. And it doesn't make sense. That's why we are losing. Okay? And I don't have all the time. So utility, there are three functions of a thing. This bottled water now. This is water for drinking, right? That's the statutory what? Use. What is meant for. But if this guy makes me angry and I use this water and hit his head, is this thing still water? To me, it has become what? A weapon. So I can sell something to you on the functional purpose, neglecting the statutory purpose. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, all right. You are the first thing a potential customer buys. The person you are prospecting is also prospecting you. I always tell people the best way to close a deal is to look like the deal you want to close. You can't be chasing a deal of 20 million, acting like 50K. Right? All right. I think this is the last. Honoring the king. Who is the king in the business? The customer, right? The customer is the king. It means that, oh, God help us. All right. Every business idea is subject to the acceptance of the what? Market. There is no great business idea if the market has not accepted it. In my last course, one profound thing I left there with is that a business idea is what the customer says it is. Right? Apple is Apple because all of us are using it and we are the one hyping them. And we like it. We like the feeling it gives us. All right. So, building great office, great system, good marketing, but no customer, it simply means you are not in business. So the customer is the king. How many customers do you all have? Oh, I made a mistake there. How many customers do we have? How many customers do you have?
Can't keep count.
Can't keep count. What about you? Sir, what about you? You don't know. Sir, what about you? Ma'am, what about you? Okay, every business has what? True or true? The principle of the one customer model is that every individual is equal and should be treated with the right proportion. And the tendency of you treating one customer badly has the capacity of affecting all your other customers. So there are some of you some people that bought last from you, maybe because of the way the conversation is, you are beefing them. What's your problem? They have the money you need for your product and you have time to beef a customer. How? The customer has the right to come. I always tell them when I'm training that customers are always right, but they are not always correct. So the right of expression of opinion is their own right. You can't debate it. If they come and say you are stupid, you simply say, Ogasa, I'm not stupid. You don't fight. Because he has his money. So live here with the mindset that you are going to treat every single person, reach out to, make sure you have a system that contacts and communicates with all your what? Customers. That's why you must pay attention in collect. I went to a particular when they were doing trade fair. I saw some business owner who had a state. People were coming to buy and go. I said, what's your problem? What happens to creating a register where people come and buy and say, sir, I will reward you with this register. We want to know those who are our consistent customers. Please fill it. It's just name, phone number, maybe email. If the man wakes up tomorrow and has a text message from you, it could be a new month. Do you know how?
Of going from prospecting to sales.
To sales.
Not awareness, prospecting, because I've been hearing of prospecting. I know what the channel is, awareness and everything, but what the practicality looks like, I don't know.
Okay.
1. 2, you talked about want and need and want superseding need, right? But in the case of some, I feel it's not the same for all businesses.
Okay.
Because, so I want to know your opinion on it. Because in startups, right, you are told to find the critical need. So I would like to know, okay, because I want to know your view on it. So that's it.
Okay, so the journey from prospecting to sales, right?
Yeah.
I think everything that happens in prospecting are some of the things I've been talking about. Prospecting starts at the point where somebody is already aware that you are selling and you are trying to close the deal with the person. Let me also use you as a fashion person. The person chatted you and say, you make this kind of dress. You say yes. And then the person say, okay, how much? You say 30,000, for instance. The person said, okay. What should you do at that point?
Maybe I will get back to the person and ask what happened. Or...
No. That means you've allowed some time to lag. This is one big problem some small businesses do. Okay, the most important thing for a business owner is that you don't want to leave money on the table. Remember, I said sales has not happened until what? The money has exchanged hands, right? So when people, one of the things you do during prospecting that works like magic is asking the right questions. In sales, we say that whoever asks the most questions is in charge of the conversation. Do you get? And like he mentioned it also, is even in interview session, you ask open-end questions. For instance, somebody tell you how much, you say 30K, you said okay. You should ask a question like, sir, would you want it now or later? The person will even say later. Don't say okay. You say, sir, when exactly do you think you will need this? The person say, fine. See, what you are trying to do, I'm talking of impression, right? It's constant impression. It has to be constant and continuous. Okay, the person say maybe next month. Go ahead and say, sir, would you want more than one? Or is just one you want? What's your preferred color? Do you have any style in mind that you may want me to make? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, I said the only time you should give up on a prospect is when you are sure that it didn't meet the 3 components I mentioned. He doesn't have the money. He's not in need of it. He's not within your reach. But any prospect that qualifies for this thing, if he doesn't buy now, he may buy later. So I told the business owner, I said, I don't want to sound desperate. I said, are you crazy? What's desperate? So see, what has your not sounding desperate got for you? Because if I'm a business owner, as I'm interacting to you, I'm not seeing you. I'm seeing your pocket. I have the value that will collect the money from your pocket. So my own is to maintain constant conversation and communication with you. So that the time you will finally need that thing, the first thought that will hit your head is me.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's unfortunately, most business people are lazy. Sales is not for lazy people. You must do the work. You can't always be on your comfort zone and people come to buy for you. If you are making clothes, bro, what kind of clothes do you make?
Ready-made.
Senators or this one?
This one.
Okay, you sell. Good. So you look like what you are selling. If you are making senator, you shouldn't come here with these clothes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and then secondly, let me help you is that in sales, we also say no pain, no sales. Okay? See, this senator wear, for instance, if you are making it, go to your Facebook story, for instance, share a story of how your friend was disappointed by a tailor. Whether it's imaginary or real, a tailor who he paid 40,000 and he made the clothes and in 1 month, he tore. Eh? And you now start giving the advice, what people should look out for. Maybe materials when they want to buy or in tailors. You are dragging people to you. They are paying. See, people are seeing you. Are we making sense?
Yeah, well.
The Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Product, for instance. Location may not be a problem. If you're somebody selling recharge card or you do on recharge card printing, location is not a problem. Unless the business can be powered by technology, then location is a problem. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir.
My question is, considering you have this product, you have the good service, the good product, and the marketing, then in a market setting, a particular market, you see somebody who has the same product you're selling, and then it's a bit cheaper. And you see that your sales might be dropping because probably you have the 3 things because of the price. So how do you navigate that issue?
Nobody ever wins the price war. Nobody. So if you reduce, do you know why he's selling cheaper? Do you know his account? Do you know whether he received money, somebody supported him? Do you understand? If you join him, the most important thing is that you will lose. And maybe your shop will end up what? Closing. But you must make sure too that you are selling reasonably. That the difference between his own and your own is not so large. If you can accommodate that stuff, you can do it. But I'm always advising against it. But you can do something like my brother said. Perspectives are always infinite. Why don't you introduce something? What do you sell, sir?
Sanitary wares.
Sanitary wares. Why don't you introduce something? Somebody comes to your shop. Maybe you give him deals. You buy 5 and take 1 free. Right? Depending on the margin of your profit. And find a way to... Do you understand what I'm saying? People always buy deals, not price. Not price. When I bought this shoe, my mind is, I wore it, I saw how it was. I know that if I wear it and come here, you people see me will know that I'm not hungry. I didn't buy it because the price was okay. Even this suit I'm wearing now, it's not because it's price. Nobody... See, all of us here, sometimes will be thinking it's price. You never buy with price. Is the problem we are having. And if what if you reduce your price? He goes ahead to reduce his own further.
Okay.
Will you keep reducing? And he's somebody who has a deep pocket. You are competing with him in price. You will need to look for something that will enforce customer loyalty. It may not be easy, but try it. It could be that everybody that comes to your shop after buying, you can give them this bottle of water, they sell 50 naira. Look for a small fridge, put it in your shop, let it be chilling. Do you understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, assuming you are a wholesaler, you sell to people that still sell. So if that price margin is this thing, how would they survive from you?
That's what I'm saying. Consider all the factors that are involved. That person that is selling cheaper, did he buy somewhere else that maybe you don't know of? Something must be influencing him selling cheaper now, right? Because he's paying the same shop rent you are paying. He's running almost the same bills you are running. And then he's selling cheaper. There's something that is influencing him selling cheaper. So first of all, find it out also. To know whether is it that somebody gave him money, is it that he bought from a place you are not aware of. Do you understand? If all things are equal, you know he bought the same price you bought, and he's selling the same thing, then you find something else that you can entice your customers with. Because nobody should chase you out of business.
Of course.
So thank you all. Please, I promise, listen, this is how it's going to work. My name on Facebook is Udochukwu Chikwendo. Okay, I'll drop my number. If you send me WhatsApp message and it's because of this, from this, I will answer any question. I'm still